Every year, our phones get faster, more powerful, and more capable. For most people, their phones can already do what their computers do. They browse the web, run productivity apps, stream content, and even edit photos and videos, all from a device that fits in our pocket. So imagine a world where this one device that's already always with us could be our desktop, laptop, and tablet. No syncing across the cloud, no transferring files between devices, just plug it in and it becomes a full computer. The tech to make this a reality already exists. It's already inside your smartphone. You might be surprised how powerful that little chip inside your phone really is. See, the thing is that this isn't some far off idea. We're already seeing this happen. Modern smartphone chips like Apple's A18 Pro or Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and Elite are competing with entry to mid-level laptops. The M series chips that are found in MacBooks, which are known for being powerful and efficient, are built on something called the ARM architecture. So it's basically the language for how a chip runs tasks and processes things. So ARM is the company that licensed this technology to Apple and other companies, and their design makes it incredibly efficient while still delivering great performance. Smartphones have been running ARM for years. With the progress made over the last few years, those same chips can now run ray tracing in mobile games, 4K editing, and even console level graphics, all from something that fits in your pocket. But when you think about it, our smartphones already do what most people actually need, right? The average laptop user is really not running simulations or editing feature films. They're on social media, checking emails, or watching YouTube and other media, maybe Netflix, whatever. You can do that on your phone. It's just not as ideal because of the screen size and whatever. But if you look at Chromebooks, which were very successful, they did well not because they were powerful, but because they were good enough for everyday tasks and a cheap and simple package. And that was with chips that were far weaker than what's on your phone today. The gap between a phone and a computer is closing, and in some ways, the future I'm talking about is already here. Apple doesn't ever talk about making a one all-purpose device because it wouldn't benefit them. They want to sell you products, but somehow using all of their stuff feels like you already have one. If you're deep in the ecosystem, it barely matters if you're on an iPad, your phone, or a Mac. Everything is synced. Messages, photos, copy and paste, it just works. With features like AirDrop, Handoff, Universal Clipboard, and iCloud, the infrastructure for a one-device lifestyle is already there. It's just across multiple devices. And on Android, companies like Samsung have features like DeX, where you plug your phone into a monitor and it turns into a desktop. Well, desktop UI. And we have technology to make that experience much better. The reality is that as great as smartphones are, they're still limited by their form factor. Battery life and cooling are real issues, but with a dock or proper cooling for more performance, you can push the smartphone chip even more, essentially making it a proper computer. We see this in gaming handhelds today. When they're docked and powered to the wall, they unlock more power because they can get higher wattage supply than versus like a portable battery. We've already seen this idea in gaming phones too. The ROG phone has a clip-on cooling fan that boosts performance by keeping the chip running at higher speeds for longer. And the way this could work for smartphones is actually pretty simple. Just plugging your phone into a dock or monitor via USB-C, and instead of the phone mirroring to your display, it can switch to a full desktop interface. Maybe like Mac OS or Windows, but something built for mobile devices. Same device, same files, just a better workspace when you're at your desk. All right, but here's the real question. Why? You could argue that if you have to buy a dock or a monitor, how is it different from buying a laptop or a desktop? And that's fair, but the difference is that all of your work, apps, files, and games are already on one device. No syncing across the cloud, no paying for multiple versions of the same product. You just drop it into your dock or plug it into the monitor and pick up where you left off. That's the appeal, simplicity. One device that adapts your needs to wherever you are, but of course, probably not that simple. Like with anything, there will be drawbacks and limitations. Some obvious ones like not every workflow is a good fit for one device future. If you're editing full-length films, working with massive 3D models, or gaming at a competitive level, you're probably gonna wanna do that on dedicated hardware. The software would also have to be updated and designed to support a single device between handheld and dock mode with a monitor. Buying accessories can also be expensive, but it still can all be cheaper than buying an entirely new device. But the thing is that it doesn't have to replace everything either. It's not really about killing off tablets or computers. It's more about having the option. Owning a device that goes from your pocket to your desk seamlessly probably sounds like a compelling choice for a lot of people. But yeah, every year our phones get faster, more powerful, and more capable. So maybe the real question isn't if it can replace our computer, it's how soon we'll want them to. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment below and drop a like for the algorithm. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.